welcome back to another episode of Blue Nexus Gaming Plays Minecraft Bedrock Edition Survival. Single-player survival, specifically. Or survival single-player, if you will. The apparent change in position is actually just a small detail. I did actually get about 6 hours sleep while I was just kind of standing here. There were no phantoms that caused me issues. I didn't move around or anything. So it was very worthwhile. And on top of that, as you can see, we got plenty of kelp, which was kind of the goal, so looks like it harvested approximately 2 to 3 times. Let's go ahead, smelt down this kelp. I am aware that 6 hours is not a very long time to be asleep. Most people require 9 hours, I believe it was. However, I find that my tastes in the dream realm are somewhat obscure, as in I almost never remember my dreams, which is both a blessing and a curse, really, as that allows me to easily just quickly sleep, get my rest, and then just immediately turn around, go off, do whatever. But at the same time, that also means that I don't really remember much about my dreams. I want to remember my dreams. I would love to remember my dreams. I'm going to collect the resources from this construction that I had made. I would love to remember my dreams. I think that others are very lucky because others are able to remember their dreams very easily, or at least they technically have dreams. I don't really seem to have dreams except for the dreams that come true. Prophetic dreaming, it's kind of a mixed bag. It's an annoying mixed bag at that. Okay, so this is right on a chunk border, isn't it? Yeah, it looks like it. Yep. Definitely is. Okay, well, let's go ahead and mark out the proper area so that we can at least have the border marked out. Let's see what else we got. Oh, the campfire. The campfire is on a chunk border. Okay, well, there we go. Is this harvested with an axe? It is harvested with an axe. Oh, that's another thing I should check on. How many pumpkins did we get? I need an axe. Thank you. So yeah, let's see how many pumpkins we got. I did not check this yet. Oh my. We advanced a little over a full stack. So as you can see, when you break a campfire, if you're not using Silk Touch, you end up actually, breaking the campfire, you get charcoal out of it. Charcoal has a few uses. However, charcoal does not have a storage form for, block storage. We don't want to block storage anyways, because we want to have raw materials that we can actually use. However, if there was a charcoal block, that would potentially get used, because that would make tree farms extremely renewable. Specifically, it would allow tree farms to be so renewable that people could kind of get rid of mining entirely if they didn't mind losing out on the whole, diamonds and iron and all that, which some people, as you can tell, don't really mind as much as others. I have definitely put some thorough thinking into what I want to do with the base. Oops. Did not mean to stand there until it actually hurt. However, I want levels. Okay, so it's 4, 8, and then those, and then dried kelp block. There we go. Now I have all of the materials that I need to quickly and easily craft all of, actually, make 2 more of these. Because I'm pretty sure I can just do that. I have all of the materials I need to quickly and easily craft together. For example, the repairs to subscribe. Right, there it is. Okay, I was like, where did I put that other pickaxe? Oh my. See, this is what I was afraid of. My pickaxe has become too expensive to repair. So I put all that effort into gathering all of those enchantments together, and then I found that my enchantments were incompatible with each other simply by virtue of it being too darned expensive to afford. Don't you hate when that happens? The reason why it's too expensive is specifically because with each merger, it becomes a little bit more expensive. Let's see, if I merge this one with this one, what happens? What about if I switch it? So that's going to cost me 11 levels either way, maybe 12. That's fine. I think instead, do I really only have 1 stick on me? Okay. Gravel goes over here. I will actually want to move all of that up. That way it's much easier to keep sorted. I really need a lot of items from the Nether. because otherwise I'm going to find myself really, really wishing that I had the items from the Nether. I looked a little bit into just how far away I need to travel in the overworld in order for me to reclaim my items from the Nether. The distance I need to travel is, ironically, I need to travel all the way out to that desert that I was in previously when I collected all of the sand. Which, if you're not familiar with how far away that is, don't be ashamed. I don't remember either. However, apparently, the specific location is roughly 1,000 blocks away. Meaning that if I hope to actually travel that far, I either have to travel for a really long time, or I could just travel through the Nether. So my options, you could say, are limited. Let's see, what else do I need? I need sticks, because I am apparently almost out of sticks. Probably from crafting so much. Then planks, because planks. I'll craft one more pickaxe. That shall satiate my desire for destruction, as it were. In other words, it'll help me carve out more. I forgot a few things. Okay, so if you're wondering what the unknown map is, it's actually already mapped out. Or specifically, it's already tied to a location. The problem is, it's tied to that half of the base. Because for whatever reason, the zoomed out version of this map is a little bit offset. I don't know why. That probably shouldn't be a thing. Because they're maps. They're supposed to be, lined up with each other in that regard. However, it is technically a map that I need to map out, because I do actually need to map that part out. I'm just sitting here crafting kelp while I talk. As I mentioned, I need to get these skeleton horse pens all situated. Oh. Skeleton horse? Oh, skeleton horse, where are you? See, this is what I was afraid of happening. Okay. Well, that's disappointing. Because that means that my skeleton horse despawned because my skeleton horse was trying to cross a chunk border. Which, as you can see, is located right here. This is a chunk corner. I carved it out specifically because there was a problem with things disappearing as they cross chunk borders. That's why I need to move this entire contraption with the minecart in it, because the minecart is crossing a chunk border, specifically right here. which, as you can see, it does peek into every now and then, ever so briefly. Normally what happens is that the minecart will stop. However, every now and then, instead of stopping, the minecart will opt to go forth with essentially what is self-destruction. But with the skeleton horse gone from here, I am able to remove this wall, which was in place to contain said skeleton horse. I am able to remove the ceiling of cobblestone. I'm able to clean up this entire build here. I also don't need to craft a third horse pen. That was one of the things I was intending to do. However, I no longer need to do that because the skeleton horse decided that it wanted to vanish into thin air. Didn't even leave me an item. How rude. So, I don't really know what else to do about that because that was the skeleton horse I wanted. The other two are just kind of throwaways. This skeleton horse could actually make me take suffocation damage from the ceiling if I jumped inside of here. That's one of the reasons why I like that skeleton horse that disappeared so much. Was because it could jump really well. Ah, right. If you remove the block which a town bell is attached to, it will apparently remove the town bell. So I guess that means that the town bell is technically tied to the same mechanics as a torch or a tripwire hook, where, like I said, if you remove the object which is attached to, the object being missing will cause the, in this case, the bell to break off as well. Unsneak, walk forward, head towards bed. Difficulty in navigation from lag due to being nighttime. While the game struggles to find a valid spawn location for everything in the vast distance. Now everything that it's spawning is starting to die off, as well as all of the search algorithms no longer, searching for valid spawn locations and finding none because I'm skilled like that. I guess that means I can reclaim some of the smooth stone as well, since it's no longer needed to build the pen over here. I can make use of it to build the other pens. Okay. That being said, this is one of the chunk boundaries that I did want to mark out. So let me go ahead and get started on that. The pattern which I am utilizing, in case you were curious, is I am planting a smooth stone block wherever there is a hold on. Wherever there is a lantern which is not aligned with the smooth stone. So I have a lantern to the left of the smooth stone or a lantern to the right of the smooth stone. However, the lantern will not be directly beneath the smooth stone unless it's a corner block, at which point corners kind of get a free pass on that. Because they're a corner, you know? I gotta mark out the corner. Oops. Here we go. I want this one. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead, reclaim this this fence gate here because I am obviously not using that. Very obviously not using that. I don't need the salmon. I can let the salmon despawn. I don't mind. I'm not using it. But yeah, these rooms are actually effective at containing an entity which is trying to despawn in such a manner. Let's see, 2 on that side, 3 on that side, so I was on this side. Meaning these horses are not able to escape from here. No matter how hard they try. 2, 3, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. That means here. No, wait. Here and here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now I can fill these in, make them a little more respectable looking. Yeah, you can see now that the horse pen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, is looking much more crisp, much more clean. Now that I have installed proper walls. I still need to build a ceiling, you know, a roof, as it were. However, the horse pen definitely is worthwhile investment, because this allows me to have 2 separate pens where 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I am able to store a good horse, a bad horse, a throwaway horse would be considered a bad horse. So like these guys, where I'm not all that fussed about losing them because they can't jump like at all. They have terrible jumping ability. I don't even know if they could jump up to that block that I just now broke. That's how bad their jumping ability is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so yeah, this one goes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I miscounted a little bit, but I stopped myself before I made an error. There we go. So now the horse pens are looking much better. I'm able to utilize the horse pens much more effectively this way. Now I'm just kind of tracing out where my next build, which is going to be this pumpkin farm, is going to go. I suppose I should get started on that, actually. Today, in my Minecraft Let's Play, it seems as though we're building my pumpkin farm. We're specifically rebuilding my pumpkin farm so that the farm fits within a one-chunk area, as that is apparently an issue. Mojang said they fixed that bug, however, they clearly did not, as easily demonstrated by my quite obviously missing skeleton horse. Mojang, you owe me a skeleton horse because you didn't fix the bug. Monsters still wander into unloaded chunks through walls. That is not normal. Am I really full on space again? No, I just am not picking it up for some reason. There we go. Yeah. As you can see, my frustrations are rather valid. That being said, the majority of this farm does not actually need to be moved. I just kind of need to move roughly out to here. I need to move here, like 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks out of... Okay, so I need to move half the farm. Technically, half is not a majority. Half is specifically half. Oops. Did not want to do that. Allow me to You hold that. Thank you. Oh, right. It does help if I actually, equip the item. Perhaps even switch to the item. I need my bell so that I have some method with which I am able to retrieve a signal. The reason why I want to retrieve a signal is because I want to be able to tell, if possible, whether or not this furnace is on, whether or not it's running. That being said, I don't think it's possible to tell when it's empty. I don't think it's possible to tell when it's full. I can tell when it's empty. That's easy. Being able to tell when it's full, not so easy. Yeah, see, I do have half slabs on the ceiling up there. Here. I know what'll help. I can place over here a bell on the ground so that it's visible from world spawn. That way, it's clearly obvious that these rose bushes aren't just a random event. It's not wild rose bushes. Either that, or someone managed to get extremely lucky. I will actually move the bed here somewhere more accessible for me. The bed's nice, having it in this lovely little bunker. However, half of the time I seem to be spending running to the bed. So, because of that, as a result, I am going to go over here with the bed as I allow myself to set up my bed. I'll set my bed right here, near the kelp, as well as near the pumpkins, but more specifically near the kelp. As I plan to also move the kelp farm over. Yeah. Actually, I think today we're going to want to go ahead and correct all of those pumpkins, because that's getting annoying where I see it just having floating pumpkins up there. It's kind of bothering my OCD, my obsessive compulsive disorder, because I just look up and I see floating pumpkin and it's like, those aren't supposed to float. That's annoying. Okay. Allow me to go ahead. I was going to close the door, but I guess not. This would be a good time to mention that it's a great time to go ahead, like the video, subscribe to my channel, perhaps check out my Patreon page. Helps me a lot more than I can really express, as that allows me to get what is essentially free publicity from YouTube, where I am getting viewing membership from the people who are quietly supporting my content through just liking the videos. The very simple act of liking my videos allows me to get people to see my content more. Oh, that just ran out of fuel. Okay. Oh. Because this isn't burning any. Well, that means I need to actually burn some of this. Let's burn... that's a little over a stack. Let's just get a stack of stone for now. And then let's go ahead and start cooking it up as well. And we'll throw in another stack just for good measure. This seems to be actually filling up, so we will go ahead with equalizing the two of them out. However, I will be a little bit heavier on the furnace above. Actually, furnace above needs to do more work, so I will take three dried kelp blocks from the one below, put it in the one above, because I need to fill up this hopper as well as the furnace itself. Meanwhile, I also need to fill up the furnace that feeds into this barrel. Tell you what, let me grab a single block of coal. That should remedy this situation. I want that there, and that there. So if you're wondering, I could just use the barrels here, but instead I opted to utilize the hoppers directly. Okay, so this is... well, no, that's still smelting stone. Okay. Progress is being made. It's just slower than I'd like. I can put the leather in there. I can actually plant down these fence gates in the horse pens. This would be... well, no, I suppose I already said that you should like, comment, subscribe when I was going down there, so I suppose that means that what I need to do next is utilize my wits while I make use of these fence gates. Oops. Grab that from over here? I can. Okay. I won't remove the one on this side until I have successfully installed the extra fence gate. However, I do want to make sure that all of these fence gates will be accessible, as I plan to not make use of pressure plates in these areas in order to prevent the horses from just escaping. Because, as noted previously, one of my skeleton horses already vanished. I want one here, one there, one there, one there, one there. Which means I want, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hi, chicken. Bye, chicken. I have more than enough feathers. I have more than enough cooked chicken. I don't need more. I did, however, need his experience, so it was not a total waste for me to kill him. It also freed up a little bit of processing power by virtue of mob pathfinding. The monsters take up a little bit of processing power as they meander about the place. No, that one actually goes up first. Okay, one more kelp block should tide me over for a while. And now, that was what it was. Okay. No, that's right. I want these torches to get used up. So those torches actually go there. I do not have room in my inventory for much else besides cobblestone. I should definitely work on freeing up a little bit more inventory space. I am decently confident that I am able to safely store that in there. I am also decently confident that I am able to make use of these carved pumpkins that I had lying about to free up just a wee bit more inventory. Now, that being said, I do actually want to make sure that that minecart does not disappear. Here, let me just throw that down there. I'll let it despawn down there. It's fine. What did I need? Well, first off, I apparently need to sleep because that's a thing. Well. Yeah. Can I sleep yet? Nope. Okay, well. How about now? Nope. It's sunset, I can see the moon. There we go. Much better. Yep. Okay. I believe the crafting table was... Ooh, I believe wrong. Crafting table was under the foot of the bed. Okay. Then... Now that the bed is not, floating in the sky, I'm able to excavate beneath the anvil where I had left a cobblestone block to prevent damage as I slept. I will now operate the lantern collection in this area. I should probably leverage the map which is currently residing in the mine, sitting on the wall, as that will actually show a frame of reference of how far along I have advanced through the collection of these pumpkins, as well as when I'm probably about to fall off a ledge. Alternatively, I could actually utilize that map, because that's an actual locator map. I think I will, now that I think about it. Because otherwise I'm probably going to go careening off a ledge somewhere and take a bunch of damage. Yeah, just like that. Thank you for the demonstration, self. Okay, I just got rid of this. Okay, tell you what, I need experience, so I shall gather experience from him. As well as him. I do not need black wool, however. Nor do I actually need the salmon. I could make use of the salmon. I think I will, actually. On top of that, if we collect the kelp, which is currently loaded into the system, we are able to await the kelp finishing its smelting process, and then we can have the seaweed have a nice little stand-in where the kelp is allowed to go forth with gusto, as it were. Right, I wanted this map because this one's a locator map. So yeah, it looks a little weird because the frames of reference aren't actually lined up. However, it ensures that I won't accidentally misplace my map. I'm thinking one thing I could do is I could actually widen this path to 3 wide, and then that would allow me to easily bring up one of those skeleton horses. However, that would require doing a lot more digging before I go about removing all of these floating lanterns. Similar to trees, don't leave your lanterns floating in the air, please. It doesn't look good. Yeah. I'll collect this line. So let's see, what topic should I discuss today? Other than, again, leave a like on the video if you enjoy my content. Helps me, helps the channel, provides free publicity. If you want to support me monetarily, I do have a Patreon page set up for such an occasion, allowing me to receive monetary donations, which is kind of relevant, kind of important. Okay, well, a pumpkin goes there, apparently. And then, I suppose I need to go down, collect that one from down there. I do technical builds, as well as decorative builds. So I want form with function, basically. Some people aren't very picky about form or function, form versus function. Me, I prefer both. I want it to look nice, but I also want it to work. So I try to ensure that my various constructs will not leave me feeling as though I perhaps didn't do as good as I wanted. Which is one of the reasons why I am excavating what is essentially the entirety of this mountain. Okay, so that was measured. That's good. That was measured as well. There we go. I can utilize. I can utilize this zigzag. Boop, 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 boop. I'm using the torches to map out the various placements for the lanterns, in case you have not noticed, as torches are far easier to break than lanterns are, meaning if I accidentally place a lantern wrong, I will likely want something along the lines of an axe. If I plant a torch wrong, I can just use my hand if I really need to. As torches are always insta-break. They will not resist as you try and basically force the topic of moving the torch. Okay. On top of that, as you can see, it generates a nice little repeating pattern where I find that I am able to easily enjoy the view of the torch in all of its glory. I shall plant this lantern immediately, as that lantern is actually somewhat relevant to my interests. I do need to go around collecting up all of these torches while I install all of these lanterns. This would be one of the situations where the skeleton horse would both be a help as well as a hindrance. A vast majority of what I am doing here is extremely repetitive. However, a vast majority of what I'm doing here also definitely helps with the capacity of traversing this very dangerous area otherwise. Because this is an otherwise extremely dangerous spot. The lanterns are simply suppressing all of the monster spawns. Speaking of which, it's nighttime, so I should sleep.